Howdy y'all, this is Twitchonium here, coming at you with another Crimson Vow quick draft here on the channel. I've got a new mic set up going today, so hopefully the audio quality will be a little bit better than the previous videos. Let's go ahead and jump right on into the draft here. Alright, we've opened up Dying to Serve. It's a nice little potential zombie synergy piece here. I don't know if there is enough zombie support in the deck to really make that work, though. I guess it's not so much just zombies as it is the blood token synergies to make the zombies, so we could just take that and maybe try and push into a heavier blood token strategy. I'm not sure how strong this is. I had it played against me, I think, once, maybe twice, and I think it made like one zombie each time, so it doesn't feel like it's super exciting. Like, potentially could accrue you a lot of value in a longer game, but definitely needs some work to make it its best. Got Gutter Skulker, which is fine. Thirst for Discovery is a really nice card draw. Got some filler cards here. There's a Grisly Ritual. I think if I wasn't going to take the Dying to Serve, I'm probably going to take a Thirst for Discovery. It's just going to go in any blue deck that I end up making, whereas I don't feel like the Gutter Skulker is going to go in quite as many decks, although I would probably still play one in most blue decks. I think I'm just going to start with the Thirst for Discovery here, though. Dying to Serve just doesn't jump out at me. Of course, now we'll see all sorts of awesome blood token synergies, but we'll start off with a nice blue card. Alright, now we can get a counterspell potentially, stick on our blue theme. Don't really want a Spirit or a Throng here. Escort can be fine in the +1 counters deck. Pup is great in the Wolf deck. I mean, in fact, maybe I should even just take the Pup and hedge on that bet. There's also a Braid, which is just excellent removal that I didn't spot right off, so I think I'll probably just take that. Izzet is always a fine color pair, especially when you start off with 2 strong instant speed spells like this. See what we have in pick number 3. Alright, we have a egg we can sack if we can get enough exploit cards. There are a fair number of blue exploit creatures that are pretty strong. It is another one of those cards that takes some effort to make, you know, useful and get the full value out of it. Could try and take that Geistlight Snare now for the counterspell. Definitely don't want to Chill to the Grave. I mean, I'd take a Celebrance or I mean, any of these red creatures are fine. Just nothing crazy or exciting. I think I might just be on the counterspell here. Maybe we try and play a more controlling red-blue deck. That's not what we're wanting to do, I don't think. Could take a Retrieval and just get a nice bounce spell. Or we could hedge our bet on probably Fierce Retribution if we're going white instead of red here. Blue-white could be fine, and there is this Brinecomber here that could come back around. I don't necessarily want to take the Brinecomber first and lock us in, kind of, to that color pair. That's tough. Yeah, I think I'd rather have the Fierce Retribution. It's cheap, it's, you know, removal. If we get the Brinecomber back, awesome, but I'd rather start with the Fierce Retribution here. Alright, well, now we've got another piece of great red removal, so I think no reason to ditch on this pick. Of course, now we see all the white cards again. Oh, this one always seems a little bad to me. It's got a good stat line, but can't block is just so relevant. It's either that or probably Drogskull Infantry, probably. Maybe Griff Rider. I think Drogskull's probably better. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to miss a Blood Hypnotist, but I'd rather have a Drogskull and not need it. But now we're in a good spot to go white-blue, white-red, or blue-white. Here we could take that Stitched Assistant, which is one of those good exploit creatures I was talking about, but we don't have the creature to exploit now. Could get another counterspell, or go with the Fierce Retribution here. I might just be on taking another Fierce Retribution, although it is kind of tricky when you're at a board stall and you don't really want to have to sit there and wait all the way up till 6 to play this, or you want to be able to play this and something else in the same turn, and then it gets a little clunky. But I don't know. This is a tough pick. The monstrosities I find top end in the blue decks. I think it's between Fierce Retribution and the Siphon Essence here, though, since we don't have any exploits synergies quite yet. I think I like the quality of our red cards better than the quality of our white cards, so maybe I should just take the blue card here. That's probably going to get played either way. Of course, now we open another one. Enchantment synergies, big flying creature. I feel like... Nah, I was going to say if we do end up in blue-white, we'll be able to get enough flyers anyways. But even in just blue, I think we could probably pick up some flyers if we wanted them, really. I'm going to snag this this 2-drop just so we can have some 2-drops in our color, our main color at least. And this one's a fine blocker, a 1/3 that can kind of filter through our deck and make sure we don't draw dead. Now we can pick up another 2-drop or a Cradle of Safety. I kind of like the Cradle of Safety. There's some, Aura and Enchantment Matters cards in the deck, and it still lets us play at instant speed and hold up some counter spells. Nice little piece of protection. Don't know what we're protecting yet, but we can protect it. And here we'll take a Spirit. Hopefully we don't need to play it, but you never know. In the hopes that we're biasing towards the red because our red is better, I'm going to take the Epicure, but Shield Basher's a fine little card for a white deck. We'll take the white card here, the red card here. Alright, let's see if we open up something spicy in red, white, or blue. Okay, here we go. We've got a red vampire. Gain control of target creature. Okay, so it's kind of like a... Oh, what's that? I always forget the name of the steel spell, but it's basically that steel spell on a body, which isn't bad. We don't really have any sacrifice outlets for it quite yet, but still might be worth playing. I don't know if it's worth like us diving 100% into red still. We might still want to stay a little open. That said, the blue cards here aren't crazy exciting either. I mean, Swarm's a fine top-end flyer. We already have a Cradle of Safety. None of the red looks exciting. Yeah, I'm going to take the vampire. Nothing else here on our colors really are all that thrilling. We can try to bias towards picking up some vampires to make sure we can hit the biggest thing we can with this. Now we have a Patchwork Crawler. Well, being able to pump this up and make it into a bigger creature seems like it could be good, but I don't think that the activated abilities thing is going to be all that relevant. Alright, let's see what we have. We are super low curve-wise. We only have, a couple of creatures. What all is removal here? Removal. Card draw will make a pile for. I'm going to count counterspells as removal. Protection, I guess, can go in its own category. Removal. Alright. So with how many instants and sorceries we're playing, I'm tempted to just take the Flame Breather here over the Crawler. Seems more like what our deck wants out of a 2-drop. We don't have enough blood tokens to make the Statuette really good. Harvester's fine and a nice little kind of like removal creature combo on a card, but we're not really looking to play black here. I'd play either of these if we were, well, blue, the Scab for sure, just since we're definitely going to be in blue, but if we did end up in white, I'd play the Geist, but looks like we're definitely starting to lean towards the red here. And I think I'll just pick up another Flame Breather here. They definitely get better the more you have. Soul Cipher board is fine. It seems a little slow, though. Yeah, I'm just going to take this one. If we were going to go the white route, I would snag that Kindly Ancestor, but I think we're going to push into the red-blue now and just make it official. Awesome red-green card for the Werewolf deck. I think we'll probably just take a Sure Strike, although maybe we're supposed to take like an Assistant or a Lightning Wolf here, just because we don't have the creatures. And I think when in doubt, take the cheaper one. We don't have enough creatures, I don't think, to make Sure Strike really great. Now we can just take a Ballista Watcher, which can get some extra damage in if we don't have anything else to do. Seems fine. If not, we're going to take one of these medium blue cards. So we'll go ahead and snag up the Watcher. Well, we have the same pick from that previous pack. We could take another Lightning Wolf for another Assistant. I kind of like taking the Assistant, and then we can prioritize cheaper things we don't care about sacrificing off. Or do we want the 4-drop? Yeah, I guess we don't have any 4-drop. Oh, no, we have one. One 4-drop. Yeah, maybe I will take the Wolf over the Assistant since we already have one. Of course, now we get another 4-drop Watcher here. Or a Wash Away. I think it's probably just Wash Away. Or do we want the creature? Nah. We want to do all the fun, nasty counterspell things to people that are extremely annoying to play against. I would love a copy of Lacerate Flesh in this deck, but I think I want another Flame Breather. Like, if we can have 4 copies of that as our 2-drop, I'll be a happy camper. I'll take another Cradle of Safe. No. Because we don't have all that many creatures anyways, although we're starting to get more and more, I'm going to take a solid 3-drop. Take another one here. Don't think we're going to play Bloody Betrayal. I did pick up that another Lightning Wolf, though. Might play that. Probably won't play this one. Alright. Let's see what kind of is it goodies we can get here. Well, a land, I suppose. It is on color. There's a nice piece for a Boros deck here. Sigarda's Imprisonment would be nice in that deck. For us, I think we're going to either take Alchemist Retrieval, the Coast, or probably just another Flame Breather. Still, one of these days, I'm going to open up this Wolf when I'm actually drafting the Wolf deck. I don't think we have enough Wolves, though, to make it 4. Maybe we do. If this is even pinging for, I guess 4 mana to ping for 2 a turn isn't that great if that's, on average what we're going to have. Yeah, not exciting first pick out of this pack, but it's either that or a bounce spell or a statue, which if we were trying to play more colors, I might do that, but we're going pretty low to the ground here mana cost wise. Man, maybe a white would have been a nice option. These are some good white cards, all 3 of these. For us, though, probably Scattered Thoughts. Just another nice card draw spell. None of the rest of these are jumping out and are exciting. Ooh. But now we've got Curse or another Rending Flame. I'm going to hover the Rending Flame for now, but we'll read this Curse here again. Would give all our creatures trample. And let us cast cards from our opponent's deck, which seems fun. I don't know if we have enough creatures, but I guess we're getting there on the creature count. Like, we wouldn't want the Spirit. We might not even play the Entomber now that we have all these Flame Breathers, but probably still will. Assistant, we can probably go. I don't think we're going to want to be sacrificing our Flame Breathers. So yeah, we look more like, probably even cut the Cradle. We look more like this in a creature curve, which actually isn't so bad. I wouldn't even mind like one nice big top end chunky thing. But none of these things are really getting in all that well. I guess we have like one Menace guy, one Trample person, but everything else is like one Toughness or, isn't going to get in often. So as much as I think this could be a cute Curse, I think the just removal spell is going to be much more consistent for us. Alright, now we've got a pseudo board wipe that won't hit vampires, which I'm sure will come to bite me in the behind if I did pick that up, but Maybe that's what we're supposed to take here. It would not kill our flame breathers if we were to stack a board up with them. I think I'd kind of just like the celebrants here though, as that nice top end thing I was talking about. Just a nice 4/4 menace that can try to get in and finish off last bits of damage we need. Or we're taking a lantern bearer, which is another way to kind of do the same thing. Just give one of our other creatures +1/+1 in flying and make it the threat they have to deal with. Yeah, I kind of like the lantern bearer. Get it out early. The second half will trigger our non-creature spells for the flame breathers. Ooh. This is a tough one. We got 4 good choices in this deck. So this guy's a 2/1 flyer that basically draws us a card when he comes into play, which is always really solid. This one's kind of the same. It's a 3/3 that draws us a card from our graveyard. Then there's We Know Our Flame Breather Buddy, and then Syncopate, which is just usually good in whatever format it's in. It's definitely my favorite of the counter spells, but I'm going to just take the on-color dual card here. And now we take that big top end or a lantern bearer. I don't think I want the retrieval still. Yeah, I'm just going to take another lantern bearer. Maybe we'll get one of these bigger creatures back. Here we could have had our second Brinecomber in the blue-white deck, but I'll just take another Fearful Villager. I'll probably play that over the Belligerent Guest here. Although I guess we do want the vampires for the Dominating Vampire, so I might need to rejigger the deck up a bit there. Don't think we'll play 2 Siphon Essences, but you never know. Now I will take 1 copy of the Retrieval. I suppose that's a big top end creature, but I don't really want to play it. Here, I think just get a flyer maybe. Just have a little bit of extra evasion. We'll see if that board wipe makes the deck. Well, we got another Flame Breather. Yeesh. Can't say we don't have the non-creature spell synergies going, although there's a lot of better non-creature synergy cards in the format to go along with this strategy, and we kind of just got the cheapest one, so at least we did get a bunch of it, so there's that. Well, we don't have any cards that are more than 4 mana, so we're definitely going to be cutting a land or 2 here. I think we'll cut 1 here, and do we cut a island as well and drop it down even further? I don't think so, because we are still going to want to double spell and hold up counter spells and stuff. Alright, I'll keep the Epicure because it is a vampire. Do we have any other vampires that we picked up? Nope. So I think we are going to cut the Entomber, though, since we ended up with all these Flame Breathers. And we have some 1-drops to play as well and a bunch of cheap stuff here. This counter spell's a maybe. Here, let's just stack up all the counter spells and bounce spells. All the things that aren't true removal. Might cut the Spirit. Might cut a Villager. Probably cut the Vengeance. Yeah, and then one of these. Maybe just go with 1 Siphon Essence. This one can counter anything. Kind of. This one can counter anything. I think I'll just drop 1 counter Siphon Essence, since it's a little more conditional of a counter spell. And then keep all the others, just to have access to various mana, CMC spells and the like. Alright, well, we don't have anything too spicy. I guess this is our only rare, although it's not like it's a crazy powerful one. I feel like this guy's got to be our leader today. We only have 5 copies of him, right? Alright, that'll do it for the deck building here. We are here in game number 1. We are on the draw with a pretty decent starting hand. We got a 1-drop into 2-drop. We don't have any of our non-creature spells, but the deck is littered with them, so hopefully we can pick some of those up in our draws here. Opponent's starting off with the same 1-drop we're about to play. We'll just return the favor. Alright, opponent suspiciously not doing anything there. I think we'll attack in here first and see what happens. Alright, looks like we're trading off 1-drops. If they want to use a trick on a 1-drop, yeah, I was going to say, I'm fine with that. We will play our first Flame Breather here. Hopefully they abrade it or something. Not knowing that we have 4 more copies in the deck. Not that I want them to kill it. Possible they just didn't have a 2-drop or a 1 or anything to do on turn 2. Seeing them crack their blood token here would be pretty nice. Alright, going with the combatants. Not gonna give them a lot of value yet. Oh wait, it has haste? It has haste. Today I learned. Thought it could only give that to some other creature. But I think we're just gonna hold off and play the long game here. We'll see what else they play before we fire off the abrade. Alright, they are going to go ahead and sacrifice their blood token. You know, I'm going to do the same, because I don't have anything in this deck that costs more than 4 mana, so we can play everything as it stands. Alright, they did not do anything else. That works for me. Here, I'm going to play out a Lightning Wolf first, since we have 2. It also has, doesn't have a, you know, awesome flip side like the other one, so if they do remove it, I'm not as sad. Wedding Security. That is one I wish that abrade could hit. Alright, we'll go ahead and activate our wolf first. Swing in with it here and see if they block. Keep holding up our braid here. Maybe they'll play some sort of crazy huge artifact we can just blow straight on up. Ooh, Blood Tithe Harvester. That might be worth abrading. We'll wait until after combat though. I still might trade my Flame Breather into their Wedding Security if they swing with it. Oh, actually, we will not do that. Oops. Deal the damage. We'll see if they're gonna save their harvester with something here. We are gonna take 5 here though, so might need to stop attacking with our wolf, unfortunately. At least they don't have any more blood tokens to draw cards off of this security. At least not yet. I probably should have played just another creature onto the board last turn instead of holding up interaction. Oh, we can't do both. None of these are spirits. None of them are enchantments. I think I'd rather have, and let's just play out another one. If they do want to attack with the security again, I'm definitely fine to double block. Alright, lifelinking farmer. That's okay. We'll just keep dropping down big dudes. And little dudes. If they do not play any spells, though, now it'll flip over to tonight, and we'll have a dude that can shut their blockers off for a nice attack. Well, now they definitely can swing in with their security again if they want. We do have much better blocks than we did the last time. But yeah, they might do it just for the card draw. I guess it will take out both of these guys if I block that way. I think I block like this. We're toast to a combat trick no matter what. Hopefully it's just the bring it back to life thing if they do have something. Or they're just banking on bringing it back with their fountain. We'll find out. Definitely not good if they have something. Alright, they can transform their farmer, that's fine. Alright, and an impulse to draw. Well, that's going to be unpleasant. So we'll probably hold up our counterspell for that next turn. And they'll play the second farmer here, I'm expecting. Unless they have something good in their hand still. Nope, just a land. Excellent, we can do both. Go ahead and play that, and we will hold up the counterspell. Just hope they don't play a land first. Excellent. And I really hope that that last card in their hand is a land. That would make it even worse for them. I mean, I guess I don't really wish that. It's kind of mean. Alright, we'll double block here. Yep, they'll get to flip one more time. We would love to see one of our big card draw spells right now. That would be excellent. Just need some kind of action. I think this is going to be the issue this deck suffers with, is just trying to get through. If we can't stay ahead with the, in the board state. Well, that's unfortunate. I think I'm just not going to cast anything and flip it to night. That way we can activate the ability twice. Guessing he'll get back his wedding security and blood tithe harvester, maybe? Yep, those would be the two I would get back to. Thankfully, they cannot make... oh, they can still play 2 cards this turn. Dang it. That's unfortunate. I thought they couldn't play it with the security, but they still had a cheap card in hand. This is pretty good in their deck, too. They can give their Vampire unblockable to get the last bit of damage in they need. Or him. What does the rest of this say? Oh, it's lifelink if it's a vampire, but this thing already has lifelink. Well, definitely getting dicey here. I think at this point we're just going to have to drop them all down. If they have another way to get something through, though, we're pretty much toast. Guess we only discarded 1 island. This guy's not going to be good for us. Just endless pumps from their team. They can do that twice. So it's just plus power, right? Yep. Well, they're both gonna die. Oh, this is bad. I probably shouldn't have blocked with Ballista Watcher. I think that's going to be one of our win cons here. Should have just double blocked with the 2 Flame Breathers. Alright, we really need one of those card draw spells now. And we need to draw into a removal spell. That is not it. And that is going to do it pretty much for this round. I chump block this turn, but I don't think that's going to do the trick. That one has trample. This guy can just kill one of our dudes. Yeah, it's over. I don't know why they didn't just do that, I think. That would have had us too. Maybe it's like sorcery only. Alright, I'll see y'all in the next round. Welcome back for game number 2. We are on the draw with an unkeepable starting hand this time. Gonna have to mulligan this one. Yowza, this one is equally not good. Not a good start to this draft. This is much better. I mean, at least we can cast stuff. I like the Ballista Watcher better there, and I think we have to ditch a land. So, molded to 5 on game 2. Sad times. And now we'll draw lands, even though we've cut lands from this deck. Well, opponent's starting off just like us again. We got another turn 2 mirror, just like we did the last game. I guess it was turn 1 last game. There's the lands that keep on coming. Thankfully now we can at least cast Scattered Thoughts to... Yep, they'll counter, that's fine. No attacks here. If they counter our Scattered Thoughts, it's going to be rough. Heck, if they counter any more cards that we have, that's going to be rough. We're already hurting. What a time to come across another counterspell deck when you had to mull down to 5. I'm going to play the Ballista Watcher first instead of the Scattered Thoughts, because I am very much feeling another counterspell here. Ooh. Nope. Some kind of removal instead, I'm guessing. It'll be an Abrade or something like that. Well, they held up 3 mana and did not do anything with it in blue-red. Seems interesting. Keep targeting our Watcher. Hopefully that's just them reading the card and not because they have removal for it. Nope, of course. Opponent with a very similar deck to ours. I'll just replay that first. Get the 4-3 on the board while we can. Well, that's going to get shot with our Rending Flame. That's the version of the Flame Breather I wish we had in our deck, instead of 5 copies of the Flame Breather. Yeah, at least we have the biggest creature and we can swing in with it currently. That's nice. Would like to get one more vampire on the board for this one here. Ooh, and a scab that would have been excellent for my Rending Flame. We have another one in the deck, so go ahead and cast this on our turn while they're tapped out. There's another Rending Flame. Ooh, this is tough. I want all 3 of these. I don't want them in my graveyard. Abrade. I think I want Rending Flame and Abrade. Although I'm not sure that that's the right call, because the Thirst could keep drawing us towards more. I think we're gonna swing with this guy and do something with Abrade here. If they block with only their scab, I'm extremely happy. Excellent. If they had double blocked, I would have killed it and we still would have kept our Watcher, but then they would have kept their scab too. Now we're in a much better position. We're able to use that. Yeah, now we actually can kill the monstrosity with this. It's the ward cost. Whatever it is, I'm going to pay it. Opponent has a green in their deck too, apparently. Did we see anything green yet? Don't think so, no. And Evolving Wilds, they're definitely trying to splash something. Yeah, now that we've burned through that removal, I am kind of missing the Thirst here. It's alright, if we don't cast any spells, we can start pinging with the other side of the Watcher. One land away from being able to activate it 3 times in the same turn, though. Oh. I think I swing with it first. Let's see if they have removal or something here. Ah, okay. Well, we'll go ahead and ping them twice while we can. Hopefully they do not have a counterspell for this guy now. Would be my main fear. We're going to drop this lady first. See if she draws their removal if they have it. Alright, well. They didn't cast it on any of them, these, so that's something at least. Of course, now it's going to turn back to day again. That's okay. We can swing with these two unless they play a bigger creature. Probably kill the Watcher if they have something. Another bounce. Okay. They'll get us there eventually. See if they start chumping. Yep. Ah, okay. Or they just have a way to keep their guy alive. But we're going to dump our hand too finally, and now we'll have a 1/1 flyer who can potentially finish this game off for us. I mean, just a couple of non-creature spells would do the trick, and that'll do it for us. Opponent's going to scoop it. I'll see y'all in round 3. Welcome to game number 3. We are on the draw this time with a pretty decent starting hand. We can't play our 3-drop quite yet, but definitely a keeper. We keep drawing into our Flame Breathers without any kind of non-creature spells, but that's okay. Maybe I'll take a look at the deck in between matches next time. Toss back in another counterspell or something. Hey, there we go. Now we can cast our 3-drop. Opponent with a aggressive little start and a very nice follow-up to it. Well, next turn we can play another Flame Breather and bounce one of their creatures. Seems like a solid play. Ooh, especially since that's what they played. That's going to need to die as soon as we possibly can. Oh, I need 2 mana for it, though. Rats. All right, next turn. Next turn we do that. Well, hopefully next turn we top deck a 5 mana or a 5 damage removal spell. All right, now we definitely will bounce their Packmate next turn. They need a red to activate it, so unless they just drop a red right here, we can hold off until combat to do this mid-combat and shrink their dudes and catch them off guard here. They're just attacking with the 1. That's okay too. They're probably playing around a counterspell instead. But now they can just replay their child again and spend their turn doing that. Okay, let's see. It's either card draw and ping them, or get some blockers down. A blocker down, I suppose. I guess we want to play this one before we play this one. Although we could send their wolf into their own dude. Steal their 1-drop. I think I want to play the Scattered Thoughts, though, while we still have guys on the board. Yep, we want Rending Flame and probably the Wandering Mind. Even though I wouldn't mind having another Flame Breather on the board, since we are going to take 5 at the minimum this turn. Yeah, this one could be a tough one here. Child of the Pack is an awesome fun card. Just not so much when it's being played against you. Next turn, though, if we do draw land, we can hit both of these. Oh, I guess it specifically would have to be a mountain to do that, though. Oh, no, it wouldn't. Any land would do these two. Would be a mountain if we want to do these. Okay, well, we can still remove two things. That's pretty good. Well, we definitely are removing the child because it's buffing the team. And then I think we can actually just hold up the other. Just keep our braid handy here. See what they do. Another child of the pack. Who would have thunk it? I should have abraded the boar before they attacked so they didn't get the training out of it. Oh, I think I'm still abrading this thing. Just so it can't train again next turn. Although I guess the pack mate is training them next turn. Watch, they'll have the 1-mana pump spell too. Oh, okay. That's something at least. And let's hope we draw into something good here with this guy. Whiffed. That is unfortunate. We really needed to hit something there. Well, at least we know we have a bunch of nothing on the bottom of our deck. Alright, they're pumping up their dude even further. So it'll be a 5/6 when they attack here. Yep. Well, we can't take it. It doesn't have trample, at least like this one. If they give this thing trample, this is going to be GG. Oh, okay. That's fine. I mean, not fine, but better, I guess. Yeah, and we still can't do much of anything here. Blood token. We can steal a wolf for a turn here, I guess. Really the only thing we got. Yeah, that's just going to be GG. Unfortunate, but that's how it goes sometimes. I'll see y'all in the next round. Welcome to game number 4. We are on the play with a interesting starting hand. I think I'm going to keep it. Just maybe I shouldn't. I mean, 3 counter spells and a 4-drop. If these were cheaper counter spells, maybe I would. No, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. We're already probably going to be ending this this draft run pretty quickly, so we're already down to. I don't mind just keeping a sketchy hand and just having a little fun with it. For educational purposes, don't keep this hand, probably. Probably, definitely don't keep this. Ooh, that's cool art for the epic here. Now we're going to start taking a pinging for 1 each turn. Or 2. This doesn't block well anyways, so I am just going to hold up the counter spells. At least this turn. Next turn I'll probably drop the wolf. If they play... we'll go ahead and use this one. Oh, if only that was a island. We could have played the Lantern Bearer and something else. Yeah, I think now we'll get a blocker down, stem the bleeding a little bit, and then see where we can go from there. Ooh, so much for a blocker. This is rough. I think we can afford to take the 2 one more turn. Well, we need one more of these. And then they do have a 1-drop we could steal. But I think I'd rather honestly just have a 1-drop on my own. Nah, we'll take the stronger card. But now we can trade off a Lantern Bearer into their 1/1 at least. And then eventually give one of our creatures flying later on. If they want to use a combat trick to save their 1-drop, I am okay with that. That I'm less okay with, since it is going to come back in and ping us again and make another blood counter. Oh, and maybe I should have just held up the counter spell. Alright, we are going to drop 2 creatures here. And hope this thing hits something for us this time. Excellent. We won't be able to cast either one, so may as well take the one that does more damage. And we'll swing with their own dude right at them. Unfortunately, I'm likely to block with the Wandering Mind if it comes to that. Hopefully it won't, but if it does. Would love to give our vampire flying here at some point. Another Bleed Dry, yikes. Opponent has a very nice deck. Alright, well, I have to kill this thing just so that they stop dealing damage to us. And now we'll just hold up counter spells. Either just counter whatever, or we'll counter a creature with this one if they end up playing one. Oh, I forgot about that statue. Okay, so we either draw a creature next turn or we're just dead. Not what I want to be countering, but we can't afford to have anything on the board right now. Alright, creature. We got one more chance. Heart of the cards. Hey, that's a creature. And one that can block their statue pretty well. After this, though, it's just going to be us top decking against them, and they'll have the advantage with the blood tokens. Yep. Statuette. Okay. If they can remove our vampire, we just toast. Well, I guess we have a counterspell for that, so go ahead and block it here and counter whatever they do. Alright, we will keep holding up our counterspell. That's one I'm okay to counter. Can't have something that turns into a 6/6 get on the board. This doesn't really matter, but the +1/+1 part at least is nice. The flying part is what I meant. That doesn't matter. At least not to us at this point. Oh, and that's a thing that means we can't attack anymore. Oh, now we can. Twice the number of blood tokens you control. So we cannot attack, because then they can kill either one of our guys. Awesome. So they'll use that to kill our wolf, I'm expecting. Or we just lose that too. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and call it. Well, nice and quick run tonight, so not the best showing, but still had fun with this one. Especially considering we really didn't get a whole ton of rares. Would have liked to have our little Flame Breather dudes do as much work as some of the opponents we faced, but I mean, like, we only saw Lantern Bearer in one game, you know, never got to really take advantage of that. We had to mull down to 5 in one game. Yeah. Definitely not the most synergistic of decks. I probably should have had more non-creature spells instead of things like Lightning Wolves and such, but it is what it is now. Appreciate all of you coming along for this draft with me today, and I hope you all have a great one. Take care, everybody.